You men on the roof, when you get that out, get out and help down below. Hurry along. When you get this fire under control, tell the women to start taking turns getting some sleep. I'm not in too bad a shape.
This is only the beginning. They'll be back.
They'll think about it first. The thing is, the longer they think about it, the better our chances are. Cincinnati should be back with the militia in about a week.
You think we can hold out that long?
It's not a question of whether we can yet. We've got to.
It ain't much we're asking, Sir Hubert. Just a couple platoons of the militia and some powder and lead.
You know, I've been in this heathen land of yours less than a fortnight. I find it really quite astonishing that such a delicate flower as our English primrose should survive here.
Yes, sir. What I was trying to tell you is that we got strong walls, and with just a few men, we can hold off every Frenchie or Injun beyond them mountains.
Yes, really quite astonishing. Now, you were saying, Mr.
Colonel, haven't you heard a word I've been saying?
Exactly what was it you said, my good man?
I said we're going to lose Boonesboro if we don't get some help out there.
Oh, yes. Slimpsy. Of course, you may be unduly alarmed, but never fear. I shall take the matter under advisement and let you know in due course what action I propose to take.
So?
It's tea time, Slimpsy. I trust you haven't forgotten my tea.
No, sir.
And now, you must run along, my good fellow.
But Colonel Crater...
Everything in due course, sir. And now, it's tea time.
While you're sipping your tea, Boonesboro may be burning to the ground.
Could you excuse me, sir? Thank you.
But
you
Colonel Crater...
really must leave, Master. Thank you.
Nagging people, these colonials, sir?
Oh, quite.
Joe Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. From the coonskin cap on the top of Old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippin'est, roarin'est, fightin'est man the frontier ever knew. What a boom, what a doer, what a dream comer truer, what a boom, what a doer, what a dream comer truer was he.
What are you doing up here, boy?
Just figured I'd study the situation.
Well, you just study yourself right on back to your malt here.
Oh, Pa, I thought you'd be lonely up here.
As a matter of fact, I am. But at the first hint of trouble you get.
Yes, Pa. Many of them red varmints out there?
I reckon.
Reckon they won't stay on much longer. Not after the licking we gave them.
Well, you never can tell about Injuns, Israel. They may talk to some spirit that tells them this is a bad time to be fighting, or something might scare them off and you wouldn't find one in 100 miles. You just can't tell about Injuns. They're very changeable and very superstitious.
Bet you if we had a cannon, we could scare them 1,000 miles away.
Where'd you ever see a cannon?
Saw one in Salem once, as big as a log of maple. And when they shut her off, gosh, remind me, she sounded like thunder.
You watch your language, young man.
All I said was, if we only had a cannon.
We haven't got a cannon.
Why don't we build one?
Because building a cannon's a big job.
Gosh, all it is a big hole in a round piece of iron.
As big as a log of maple. It's a good thing wars aren't fought by young'uns like you, Israel.
Why?
Because you think too straight and to the point. After all, what is a cannon but a big hole bored in a hunk of metal as big as a log of maple?
Sound the alarm! Take cover,
Hold your fire! Hold it! Get ready! Fire! Hold your fire! Save your powder!
Go back, coward! Go back! He's out there! You must get over! What have we not faced such far?
You're right, Gagne. The surprise has failed. We must change tactics.
Darling, don't worry. Your mom's gonna be all right.
It ain't fair. Suppose it happened to our mom. I'd go out there after them engines and I'd tear them apart.
Well, I'm sure Ma'd feel a lot better if she knew you'd stay put. Right here.
You men back to your post.
Myra, I want you to help me with the bandaging, darling. And Israel, will you fetch me a basin of water and don't spill any?
Yes, ma'am.
Michelet said it would be easy to take the fort. Michelet lied. It has not been easy. Many young men have died. Michelet said there would be few rifles to guard the walls. Again he lied. There were many rifles.
Only women and half-grown children stand behind them.
What difference who stands behind the rifles if the aim is straight?
Talawa speaks good sense. Truly, we've been like foolish hunters who go into the den after the bear and get clawed. But now we have learned and are wiser. Now we will not go into the den after the bear. We will remain outside and annoy him with smoke and hunger until he grows weak. And then we may take him without fear.
It is a good plan. But there is much food, much water, much powder in the fort. I think it will be a long wait.
If Talawa will listen to me, I will show him the way to shorten it. I will myself pull the bear's claws.
What do you make of that? Must be forming for another rush. Don't ring the alarm, but make sure the walls are manned. I don't figure. If they were going to rush us, they would have done it by now.
That just about does it.
What about lead?
It's scattered from here to Hades. This powder, we can hold off maybe 2, maybe 3 attacks, and after that... Once they break in, we got nothing to fight them off with. And break in they will, Daniel. Once that powder's gone, we're not going to be able to stand them off, and they'll come over the wall.
Don't sound like you yet. You're talking like we're licked already.
Oh, I ain't licked, Daniel. Just seems like it's kind of hopeless.
You're pretty handy with tools, aren't you, Yad? Think you could build us a cannon?
A cannon? Now I know you've lost your wits. It takes a foundry to build a cannon.
A cannon ain't nothing but a hole in a hunk of iron.
We don't have any iron, Daniel.
We'll make it out of wood.
A wooden cannon? Daniel, first time you fire it, explode right in your face.
Well, maybe. But if you were to take a good strong log, a maple log, and bore a hole in it and wrap it good with strap iron.
It might work. Where are we going to get the strap iron?
Strap iron. We could take the rims off the wagon wheels.
We sure can.
We'll get started.
I'm on my way.
Do you really think a wood cannon will work?
Well, I don't know. Man gets slow, best to keep him busy. Works good for a man's spirits, even if it's make work.
Make work. Make work is going to keep the Indians from coming over those walls.
I know that, Becky. It's going to take lead and a lot of it.
We haven't got much lead.
We've got a lot of lead. It's right in the walls where the Indians shot it. I want you to get some of the women and pick it out of the walls and melt it down and make bullets. We're going to need every ounce we can get.
Get them started at once. This wouldn't be another bit of that make work to keep my spirits up, now would it?
We need lead, don't we?
Just as long as I know.
Becky.
Alice, look up in there. One of you up in here, Keziah over there, and one of you there.
Now, that's the last of it, Rebecca.
Isn't very much, is it?
No.
Ma, do you think Cincinnatus would mind if...
What is it, Mima?
Those pewter mugs?
Oh, Mima, those are Cincinnatus' most prized possessions.
This is war, ain't it?
You're right, Keziah. Cincinnatus will understand.
He has no choice. Help me, girls. By the time he gets back, this pewter will be inside those savages. Let's get them all over there. Every one of them. Come on now.
How's the lead thicket going?
They got all there was to get. I make it out to be about 8 pounds.
That ought to discourage a few engines.
Except for one thing, we've only got enough powder to fire off half of it. After the next attack, we're going to be clean out of powder, Daniel. Cincinnati should have been back 2 days ago.
I think I'd better go out.
Why?
We'll do some dickering.
You can't dicker with them engines.
Well, I'll dicker with Michelet. Never saw a Frenchman yet that didn't love a bargain.
I think you ought to take a peace offering.
They might get me an olive branch.
This will be a parley, monsieur.
That's why I'm here.
Have you decided to surrender, mon ami?
It depends on the terms, Colonel.
You are in no position to ask for terms.
We're in position to kill a lot of your friends.
Boone, you're trying another of your bluffs. Your powder magazine has been exploded. You're short of food and water. You've only a few women to man your walls. How can you possibly ask for terms?
Well, we've sent for help. He'll be here soon.
How do you know your messenger got through?
You had our man, your Indians, that burned him in front of the walls of the fort, just to show what was going to happen to us. You can't afford to stay here, Michelet. Troops arrive, your Indians are going to take to the tall timber. You're going to have to grant terms if you want Boonesboro.
And what terms do you ask?
Time to decide who stays and who leaves. Safe passage for those who leave. Those who stay keep their property under your protection.
Will they swear allegiance to the French crown?
Think that can be arranged?
You'll have 3 days to decide. In the meantime, I will take the fort.
That's not part of the bargain. If your Indians get inside, there'll be a massacre.
You will have my word as an officer and gentleman of France.
Montcalm gave his word at Fort Henry. He couldn't restrain the Indians. There was a massacre. Every man, woman, and child was killed. You know that. You were there.
All right. But the fort must be under the French flag.
You get us the flag and we'll fly it.
Israel, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes, Excuse me, God, for not saying my prayers right off. I guess with all excitement, I forgot. First, God bless Ma and Pa, and Mima and Hannibal, too. And God bless all the folks here in Boonesboro, and help them when the time comes. And especially, God, bless them Indians out there in the woods. Ma says, as hard it is for folks like us to understand, they are people, too. She says they're like little children and don't mean to hurt us, but likely don't know any better. Thank you for listening to me, God. I know you're awful busy. Amen.
Good night, darling.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Good night, Hannibal.
You look tired. You ought to try to get some rest.
I can't sleep. Dan, what's to become of us? And what did you expect to gain by surrendering Boonesboro? You know Michelet won't keep his word.
No. Michelet couldn't keep his word even if he wants to. Indians wouldn't let him. And once they get inside these gates, there'd be a massacre. I'm playing for time, Becky, and I'm hoping help gets here before it runs out.
And if it doesn't?
We'll tear that rag down and fight till the end. Daniel. Bingo?
We've been waiting outside since sundown. Saw the French flag flying. I thought you'd gone under.
Where are the rest of the warriors?
You're looking at them. Manewa wouldn't send his warriors. He wouldn't take part in a war between Indians and white men. Only these two braves who are anxious to take Choctaw scalps would come with me.
If they're eager for a fight, we can oblige them. How would you like to go back outside and stir up a hornet's nest?
What did you have in mind?
Well, I never did see a Choctaw that'd get along with a Wyandot.
I think I see what you mean.
Wendigo, Hachi, Tahi.
He says an evil spirit, a Wendigo, came to their camp last night. He killed 2 men and left no tracks.
Mimoha, Atari, Arag.
He says this is an evil place, and he wants to go home.
Tell him there are no evil spirits. His people were killed by other men.
What other men? You yourself have said there are only women and old men in Boonesboro. Even Boone cannot kill silently like the snake.
Tell them from now on they must keep watch. One man must stay awake while the other is asleep.
Colonel, what is it? The Choctaws and the Wyandots, they are killing each other.
How did it happen? The Wyandot was killed tonight. The Choctaw knife was left in his heart. The lives of my braves were taken in return.
They are foolish. They must not fight each other, not now. In another day, Boonesboro will be in our hands.
It is in my heart that we shall not see the inside of Boonesboro in another day, or for many days, if ever.
Cherokee! Open the gate!
Yeah.
What'd he say?
It seems there was a fight last night between the Choctaw and the Wyandots. The Wyandots have gone home.
Still leaves a lot of engines. When's that flag coming down?
Oh, and not until sunset, or until help comes. Whichever comes first.
It's Cincinnatus. Open the gate.
Who's in command here?
Reckon I am Daniel Boone, Captain Militia.
I'm Colonel Crater of His Majesty's own Welsh Fusiliers. What's that French flag doing up there?
Well, I'll just buy a little time, Colonel.
Take it down. I'll listen to your explanations later. But don't do that. What are all these Indians doing here?
They're friendly, Colonel.
Oh, indeed. Will you kindly take me to my quarters, sir?
Pa, what happened to the rest of the soldiers?
Yes, Colonel. Where are the rest of your soldiers?
Rest of my soldiers?
There ain't no more, Daniel. That's all there is. Let me introduce you to the Army. This here's High Private Slimsy. Now, he ain't much when it comes to fighting, but he is a regular bear cat when it comes to fixing the colonel's tea.
Maybe go, sir?
This way.
Whatever your motive in surrendering the fort, Captain Boone, the fact remains that you have surrendered it. Now, under the rules of war...
Colonel, the rules of war are different out here. You're not fighting civilized armies. You're fighting Indians and renegades.
Colonel Michelet is a gentleman of France. I'm quite sure that he will prove most generous when I discuss terms with him.
You're going to give up the fort?
That has, in effect, already been done by Captain Boone. An act, sir, for which I shall hold you strictly accountable.
Colonel, I was buying time. 5 minutes after you open those gates, every man, woman, and child in Boonesboro will be dead. And some buck will be wearing your hair at his belt.
Really, Captain Boone? I find a remark in the worst possible taste. Slimsy. Sir. Beat a parley, Slimsy. I shall meet with Colonel Michelet myself.
Sir.
Slimsy.
Sir.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Dad can take his pigstick.
How
How dare you, sir? Slimpsy!
So, why don't you just stay put?
This is mutiny, sir, mutiny. I'll have you charged.
Colonel, if we live through the next few days, you can do what you like. Cincinnatus, I think we better keep the colonel here until he cools off.
We can find somebody to take real good care of him.
I'll see you hanged for this, Captain Boone.
Slimpsy?
Sir?
What about you? You want to stay here with the colonel or fight?
I do hope you'll excuse me, sir.
Slimpsy!
Well, it's been 3 days. Guess we ought to break that powder out you brought.
All 2 kegs of it?
2 kegs? Well, you came in here with a pack horse.
Well, Colonel Crater brought along a few comforts for his campaign, and there wasn't much room for powder. Daniel, I've done the best I could. But them bug-headed mules was laughing at us when we left Salem. Figured it all some kind of a joke. I wanted Colonel Crater to bring him back a live engine or 2. By the way they was cutting up, you'd think that they were going on a hunting trip or something. And that's the way he acted, like all he had to do was show off his soldiering suit and them engines would run away.
2 kids and 500 enemies. Friend Daniel, I think we may die here.
Let's take down that flag.
Something's gone wrong. Orange flag of truce. I want to speak to Boone.
Where is he?
Boone! I want to talk with you!
Colonel?
Why have you lowered my flag?
We've talked things over and decided that things have changed. So we've decided to offer you a chance to surrender instead.
Oh. And on what terms, monsieur?
Oh, I think we can get you a fair enough trial before we hang you.
Most generous. But I must decline. My neck is precious to me. Let's have no more of this foolishness, Boone. Your situation is hopeless.
I'd say it was the other way around, Colonel. You got a bear by the tail and can't turn it loose. We got walls, we got powder, we got rifles.
You've got just a few men and women against many warriors.
I understand your strength is dwindling away something terrible. That grand alliance of yours is breaking up. Told you couldn't put all those different tribes together without inviting trouble. They just don't get along.
So it was you that caused trouble among the savages, eh? Boone, I almost wish you could have been together on the same side. What great things we might have done. When we take the fort, I will try to kill you quickly, so you will not have to suffer in Talava's fire. Adieu, mon ami. Until dawn.
I did the best I could. If she shoots, she'll kill a lot of Indians.
More than likely kill the first man to try shooting her. Daniel, that thing is going to go off in your face.
That's a chance we've got to take. Pull her back and train her on the gate. Israel, come on.
Dan, Colonel Crater wants to speak to you.
You wanted to see me, Colonel?
I understand you expect an attack at dawn.
That's right.
Sir, I have been a soldier all my life. It's not befitting for a man like myself to stay idly here while women and children are fighting to save my life. I wish to place myself under your command, sir, for the duration of the battle.
All right, we can use you.
You understand, sir, this is not all that matters between us. I still regard you as a treacherous mutineer, and shall do my best to bring you to justice if I do not fall in the coming engagement.
If there's anything left to punish tomorrow, Colonel, you're welcome to it. Right now, we can use you up on the wall.
At your service, sir.
Back on the wall.
Pa? There's talk there's going to be another attack again tomorrow.
That's right.
I'm going to fight, Pa.
No, you're not, young man. You and Jemima are going to be right in that tavern when they hit.
But, Pa, what if they was to get in while we were there?
We're not going to let them get that far.
No, sir. Pa, if anything should happen, I want you to know I'm proud of you. And I love you both.
Oh, nothing's going to happen to any of us, Mima. And someday you'll be telling your children about this.
Me too, Mom?
You too, Israel.
I'll see you two at breakfast. Let's get to see the things. All right, you women, get on with your preparation. Men, take your places. And you young'uns get back in the tavern. Right now. Colonel, you and Slimpsy take your place on the wall.
Captain, incredible device, eh?
Saw.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, one,
Allow me. All right. Slimpsy, you're webbing.
Saw.
That's better. If we must die, let us at least die decently dressed.
Saw.
How long have you been with me, Slimpsy?
Since my enlistment, sir, 10 years.
10 years. I'd like to shake your hand, Private Slimpsy.
Saw.
Here they come. Hold your fire. Get ready.
In this.
All right, Colonel, but I can't guarantee you won't go up with it.
A calculated risk, sir.
Clear the gate.
They're on the run. We beat them.
Edgin, what in the world did you put in this cannon?
Nails, broken glass, bits of iron, anything I could find.
My word.
One more attack and they'll take us, and that's the truth of the matter. We've got just barely enough powder to fire 3 more times around.
So after last night, it ain't likely they'll be back now.
They'll be back. Michelet knows almost to the grain how much powder we've got. He can whip them up for one more try if we can't bluff Tallow and the other chiefs out of it. Now, I propose that we throw a party with fireworks right after dark.
The feu de joie with powder in short supply. My dear sir, I do hope you know what you're doing.
Well, Colonel, if those Indians figure we got enough powder to waste it, they might get discouraged and give up.
We're going to need a reason for the celebration, a birthday or something.
Well, we'll celebrate Cain's birthday.
Cain?
Yeah, you know the fella in the Bible. His Paul was Adam, his ma was Eve.
Now, I ain't so sure that he's a fitting to celebrate.
Well, what's wrong with a good Bible name?
What's wrong with Balthazar or Jonathan or Haman or Nebuchadnezzar or some stalwart man like that?
Because it's not their birthday.
Well, you seem to know so much. When is Cain's birthday?
Today. Let's get the party started.
Oh, well, boots, Slimpsy.
So.
Slimpsy. So. Does there occur to you, Slimpsy, that these colonials are a bit odd?
Yes, indeed, sir. Very odd indeed.
Fair, but gallant fighters nonetheless.
Oh, yes, sir.
Many young men are wounded. My own son lies near death. Wyandotte have washed away their face of anger, paint their faces black in mourning. They are going home. Chickamauga have already gone home. So go the Wyandotte and the Creek. Who is left but the Choctaw to carry on this war?
There are still many men who can share the glory and loot of Boonesboro.
The Boonesboro rifles shoot too fast and too straight. They have a thunder gun that kills many men with one shot. I think the Choctaw will go home too.
Talawa, listen to me. How can they continue to fight in Boonesboro? They have little powder. What good are rifles and thunder guns if there is no powder to shoot them? Listen to me again, Talawa. I promise you. If we attack again, we will win.
I have listened to promises before.
Talawa, think for yourself. How long can they keep up their fire? How much powder have they already used? Think of these things.
Michelet say Boonesboro is short of powder. Why do they shoot it off like careless children? Choctaw will stay in this place no longer. To stay is to die.
Well, it appears as though your little fireworks display last night worked.
Haven't been gone long. Stones are still warm.
I must congratulate you, Boone. Put down your muskets, my friend. For a man with a broken back, you display surprising nimbleness, my Cherokee friend. But of course, Boone did not really injure you. You're both to be complimented on your performances.
Appears you lost your army, Michelet.
In the field, this day. But mark me, not the war. Great dreams are not shattered by temporary defeat. I'll be back, mon ami. You can count on it. Oh, by the way, Boone, I want to return something you left in Talawa's camp. Allow me. Until then, mon ami. Au revoir.
Open the gate! They're gone!
We licked him, Pa. I knew you could do it.
Good news, Dan will run in from Fort Detroit, said all the men will be here in a couple of days.
Oh, Dan. Oh.
Captain Boone, I'd like to speak to you for a moment, if I may. You have quite a family, sir.
Yes, sir, I think so.
I have a family myself, you know.
No, sir, I didn't know that.
Yes. I'm going to speak bluntly, Captain. When I arrived here, I was treated in a manner most uncivil and most unmilitary. I was, in fact, held prisoner. However, a good soldier always recognizes superior strategy, and as a soldier, I'm bound to admit that your strategy in the recent campaign has spoken for itself. I shall forget about bringing charges against you. Indeed, I commend you, sir, for your courage and ingenuity. That is all, sir. Sir? Slimsy, I trust my tea is ready. Yes, sir. Good.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. from the gooseskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe. The rippin'est, roaring'est, fighting'est man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. What a boom, what a doer, what a dream come true, what a boom, what a doer, what a dream come true, was he.